Hello everyone, welcome to MYP Biology. Today our topic is going to be about muscles and movement. So let's get started. As you see, our body is composed of the skeleton and the muscles. So as you see, the front and back part of our body, which is covered with the muscles, as you see here, the names of the muscles. And today we're going to talk about the functions of the muscles, types, and the other things. So here, first of all, the functions of the muscular system. As you know, our body posture, body movement happens just because of we have the muscular system, as well as the respiration. You might think that respiration happens only in our lungs, but it's wrong. The diaphragm, intercostal contractions also help us to have a smooth breathing. Communication, verbal and facial mimics, gestures, how we're using our tongue, our cheeks, mimics. So those are actually by the help of the muscles. Constriction of organs and vessels. As you know, in our digestive system, all the organs are made up of muscles, and they enable the involuntary action. But all the things that are happening in the digestive system are composed of the muscles, such as the stomach, small, large intestines. All of them are made of the muscular tissue. And a heartbeat, as you know, our heart is also made up of the muscle, and the beating of the heart also um, it also joins the muscular system. Production of the body heat. The main thing which distinguish the mammalian from other type of animal is actually thermogenesis, that it enables human and the other mammalian to maintain the body temperature. So in order to maintain the body temperature, muscles really help us to do this. This is the one thing that distinguishes us from the other type of the cold-blooded animals. That's why we're called warm-blooded human warm-blooded mammalians. So types of muscle tissue, there are three types found in human: the skeletal, smooth, and cardiac muscle types. Skeletal muscles are usually found and connected to the bones, and that's why we call it skeletal muscles. They enable our voluntary action. The smooth muscle we can find in our digestive tract, starting from the esophagus and ending with the large intestines. And cardiac muscles, as you know, it is located in the heart, and all heart muscles are made up of the cardiac muscles, which is really different from the smooth and skeletal muscles. So movement, the skeletal and muscular system work together to make the body move, and muscles are attached to bones. The pulling motion of the muscles create movement, and the movement occurs about a joint, and where is a joint a place where two or more bones actually meet. Muscles are connected to the bones by tissue called tendons. Remember that the bones connect to each other with the ligaments, while muscles connect to the bones with the tendons. Movement of joints. There we're going to also talk about the antagonistic muscles, which occur in pairs, and these pairs of muscles work against each other, such as a tricep and bicep, which is located in our humerus. So the front part is bicep. The back part of our humerus bone is called the tricep muscle, which is connected to the bone, the humerus. As one muscle contracts, the other muscle relaxes, and they swap action to reverse the movement, which is called the antagonistic muscles, as you see here. When the bicep contracts, the tricep relaxes. When the tricep contracts, the bicep's gonna relax here. As you see here, while I'm bending my arm, my bicep contracts and the tricep relax. While I'm just straightening my arm, the tricep contracts and the bicep relax. And as you see here, the pairs of the antagonistic muscles type. Here, there is a video how your muscular system works. Let's watch it. So we're gonna watch it and then go on.
Each time you take a step, 200 muscles work in unison. to lift your foot, propel it forward, and set it down. It's just one of the many thousands of tasks performed by the muscular system. This network of over 650 muscles covers the body and is the reason we can blink, smile, run, jump, and stand upright. It's even responsible for the heart's dependable thump. First, what exactly is the muscular system? It's made up of three main muscle types: skeletal muscle, which attaches via tendons to our bones; cardiac muscle, which is only found in the heart; and smooth muscle, which lines the blood vessels and certain organs like the intestine and uterus. All three types are made up of muscle cells, also known as fibers, bundled tightly together. These bundles receive signals from the nervous system that contract the fibers, which in turn generates force and motion. This produces almost all the movements we make. Some of the only parts of the body whose motions aren't governed by the muscular system are sperm cells, the hair-like cilia in our airways, and certain white blood cells. Muscle contraction can be split into three main types. The first two, shortening muscle fibers and lengthening them, generate opposing forces. So the biceps will shorten while the triceps will lengthen or relax, pulling up the arm and making it bend at the elbow. This allows us to, say, pick up a book, or if the muscle relationship is reversed, put it down. This complementary partnership exists throughout the muscular system. The third type of contraction creates a stabilizing force. In these cases, the muscle fibers don't change in length, but instead keep the muscles rigid. This allows us to grip a mug of coffee or lean against a wall. It also maintains our posture by holding us upright. Skeletal muscles form the bulk of the muscular system, make up about 30 to 40% of the body's weight, and generate most of its motion. Some muscles are familiar to us, like the pectorals and the biceps. Others may be less so, like the buccinator, a muscle that attaches your cheek to your teeth, or the body's tiniest skeletal muscle, a 1 millimeter long tissue fragment called the stapedius that's nestled deep inside the ear. Wherever they occur, skeletal muscles are connected to the somatic nervous system, which gives us almost complete control over their movements. This muscle group also contains two types of muscle fibers to refine our motions even further: slow twitch and fast twitch. Fast twitch fibers react instantly when triggered, but quickly use up their energy and tire out. Slow twitch fibers, on the other hand, are endurance cells. They react and use energy slowly so they can work for longer periods. A sprinter will accumulate more fast twitch muscles in her legs through continuous practice, enabling her to quickly, if briefly, pick up the pace. Whereas back muscles contain more slow twitch muscles to maintain your posture all day. Unlike the skeletal muscles, the body's cardiac and smooth muscles are managed by the autonomic nervous system, beyond our direct control. That makes your heart thump roughly 3 billion times over the course of your life, which supplies the body with blood and oxygen. Autonomic control also contracts and relaxes smooth muscle in a rhythmic cycle. That pumps blood through the smooth internal walls of blood vessels, enables the intestine to constrict and push food through the digestive system, and allows the uterus to contract when a person is giving birth. As muscles work, they also use energy and produce an important byproduct: heat. In fact, muscle provides about 85% of your warmth, which the heart and blood vessels then spread evenly across the body via the blood. Without that, we couldn't maintain the temperature necessary for our survival. The muscular system may be largely invisible to us, but it leaves its mark on almost everything we do, whether it's the blink of an eye or a race to the finish line. This video is made possible by our community on Patreon, and if you're curious about the human body, check out this playlist.
So we watched the video. Now I'm gonna just talk about the sensory neurons, how the voluntary action actually take place. So sometimes it happens with a reflex arc that we call it. The when we're touching a hot pot with we just instantly take our hands. How it happens? When we are touching, the sensor neurons go to the central nervous system, examining it, and by the afferent neuron, it comes and directly helps our muscle to take away from there. So simple muscle stretch reflex are the stretch of the muscle spindle causes reflex contraction, and simple inverse stretch reflex are the stretch of Golgi tendon organ causes reflex inhibition. That's how it actually the reflex arc actually working here. So now there's also another thing here that you can watch. How do muscles attach to bones? Just general revision. Um, our bodies have different types of tissue that are used to connect all of our different parts. And the bones are connected to other bones by special tissue called ligaments. But when bones are connected to muscle, the special tissue are called tendons. Tendons are very strong. They're built from long strands of protein and they're not very stretchy. When a muscle pulls, they pull too and they can move our bones. We have tendons in many parts of our bodies: wrist, elbows, thumb, shoulder, knees, head, legs, and heels. And tendons almost always connect bone to muscle, but sometimes they connect muscle to other things like an eyeball. So there's a review part that you're gonna answer all these questions. If you cannot answer one of them, go back to the slide and revise it again. So thanks for watching, guys. Have a nice day. Bye bye.